Hey everybody, my name is Scott. I'm with the Arizona Hot Tub Factory and they call me the Spa Man. Today I'm working on a hot tub at an Airbnb and they claim that the diverter valve is either broken, inoperable, anything else you can come up with to describe that it just doesn't work. So let me show you a couple things that go on when a diverter valve is not working and how we go about fixing it. So this is the hot tub we're working on today. It's a jacuzzi, I believe it's a J325, and the diverter valve over here is just not working. So you can turn it to the left, you can turn it to the right, but it gets right here and it's not working. So, but I can tell that it's really flippy floppy, and that's just the words I'm using. So I'm gonna pull the handle off. Well, when I pull the handle off, you can see that the plastic is just, it's about ready to twist and break off. So something's going on underneath this cover. So I'm going to show you how we go about checking it out and then what we do to fix it. So the first thing you do is you take this off. I call this the bonnet. I call it the cap. There's all kinds of words for it. But anyways, I'm gonna take this. Sometimes I'll try to unscrew. Oh, okay, this isn't too bad. If I can't do it with my hand, then what I will do is I will use a pair of channel locks. So I'll pull this part off and kind of see if I don't want to break anything. Just want to see what's going on. Got a rubber O-ring. Rubber O-ring feels pretty good. It's a little slimy. Could be use a new one. Set that aside. But the diverter valve itself is just not turning. Could be warped. Not sure. So let's see. Yeah. Don't want too big of a pair. See if we can use a pair of smaller ones. Okay, the diverter valve does turn. It just, the handle's broke. See if we can get that. Well, it's pretty much broke. Now this piece slides in and out of the other piece. So if you go like this, see this piece can go in there. And that's kind of how that works. It's got a rubber O-ring right here, and I can kind of see that this rubber O-ring is flat. So I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to show that to you a little closer. So what I use is a screwdriver like this. It's got a little pick on it. I'll go to grab onto that O-ring, get underneath it, and then I can just pull it out of there. Okay, I want to show you what's going on with the O-ring first. The O-ring, it's flat right across the top. You can kind of see that, and it's no longer round. It was still sealing, it wasn't leaking, but we're going to go ahead and replace that when we go ahead and do the other part. The other part you have is, you have this black O-ring. Let's see if I can grab onto it and pull it out of there. There we go. What'll happen sometimes when you have water is this right here will get square. This one seems to feel pretty good. Doesn't matter, we'll go ahead and replace that one also. So that's the things to look at and look for. Okay. It's usually this one, and then the one that goes in the cap will be white. Now, if you look at them, all three of them are different colors. So when you're ordering them online, you just kind of make sure that the colors coincide with what you're trying to do. Now, some manufacturers will have these O-rings will be different colors. That doesn't mean anything. Just try to see if you can make sure, you want to make sure, because as you look at them, they are different sizes. As far as this one's little, I mean, I could use that one almost for a pinky ring, but these two right here, if I put it like this, they are a different diameter outside. So just trying to give you guys all the different variations I can. This right here, junk. Let's grab a new one. New diverter valve. So the diverter valve, if you look at the bottom, it's got this little piece that allows it to only go 180, so it hits that like that, turns back and forth. Kind of see the bottom of how it works. And then you got your O-ring. I always recommend, if you're going to put new O-rings in, put a little bit of magic lube on it. It just makes everything a little bit more slip slidey, and it works so much better. And then what I'll do, put this right here for a second, put a little bit on my finger, and just put it around the inside. It helps it seal better, it helps it go in a little bit easier. Okay, that's done. We also have a little O-ring right here. Put a little bit on your finger right there, and I'll also put a little bit in the hole over there. This, you take it, you'll slide it down, and you don't force it. you just kind of push it into place. Well, maybe I might have to push it a little bit tighter. Well, all right, let me go grab a tool. Okay, I now have it in place, and I can show you kind of how it works before I put the cap on. Whoop, go a little bit farther. It'll stop right there, and then it'll stop right there. It's just a 180. Okay, so that's pretty much all you do there. And I just used a little bit of persuasion to do that. Thumped on it a little bit, and it just kind of goes in because you're trying to squeeze the O-ring to go down. Take your O-ring, put a little bit of magic lube on it, and just squeeze it in between your fingers. Okay, set it in place. And the thing I like about the magic lube is it will hold the O-ring where I want it to stay. Okay, now I was talking about the O-ring that's right here. Well, what I'll also do is right here inside the cap, I'll put a little bit inside there, and that way it slides in there really easy. If you don't, you just start to have problems. So just kind of get it there. I'm gonna put it down there, just take your time. Screw it right back into place. No gorilla hands. You turn until it stops. And with that, see where we're at. Okay. All the way one way, all the way the other way. Job done. And that's really all it takes to fix one. Now, how a diverter valve works. The water comes up the center, and right now it's equally being distributed on both sides. So you've got even distribution of water. If you turn the diverter valve all the way one way, it'll stop and it shuts off all the water to the opposing side. If you turn it the other way, it does it the same way. Now, if you leave it that way after you are done using your tub, you're going to get no water going through one side, and you're going to get what's called stinchy water. And then when you go to turn it on, it just dumps all that stinchy water inside the hot tub, and it makes the water nasty. So when you're done for the night, always turn your diverter valve so that it's right in the center and it points toward the water. One more tip. When you're turning this diverter valve, make sure there's no movement in the tub. Just like I have right now, there's no movement in this tub. So you're going to want to make sure that there's no movement in the tub, or at the very least, it's on the first jet speed. So speed 1 is okay. What probably happened with this one is they tried to turn the diverter valve while it was on the second speed. And then there's so much pressure coming up that 2-inch line, because the motors are powerful, you want them powerful so you can power the jets, that you're trying to force it, and all of a sudden you twisted it, and that's probably what happened. Okay, so with that, I'm going to let you guys go and check your hot tubs for yourself. If you need any help, my name is Scott. I'm at the Arizona Hot Tub Factory. They call me the Spa Man. I can also be found on Facebook at Arizona Hot Tub Factory. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next video.